Hello everybody, it's an original artist here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a simple forge. So, let's see. Gonna need a sharp rock first. There's two ways to make the parts for a forge. So we have reeds that we cut down with a sharp stone, but you can also use a flint chip or a knife. So there's two ways to make the clay base for a kiln. You can either use a reed bundle plus clay to make adobe, or you can use wheat that you have taken the seed part off, which is this curved part here. You can use a straight branch or a small curved one, and I'll take the wheat heads off, and then you have straw, which you add to clay to make adobe. And you need 4 adobe. You need 4 adobe to do forging, unless you're just making pottery, but it's advised to have 4. So you'll need a round stone. Use it on one, then don't use it. Take another adobe, add it, and then you'll have an oven, which is what you use to cook pies and everything in. And then you need another adobe to make the kiln, and this is for later when you're doing. So you need this, and you use flint to make tongs. So we have clay, and we're going to make simple pots and plates. So you use a stone on it once to make a bowl, twice to make a plate, and we'll leave one because we need it for a nozzle. To make a nozzle, you need a skewer, so get a skewer, and then you have a tiny nozzle which we need for later. And so we have 2 wet clay bowls, add together, and you get a big pot. Now for simple forging, when you're just starting off in like an Eve camp, you'll need at least, at the very least, 3 bowls and 3 plates, but it's advised to probably have more so people can be like farming and starting to try and bake. Okay, let's see, have that there, okay. So we have all this ready. I don't care. Have all this ready. You'll light it. Now this is the first stage where we have kindling inside the kiln, because to make pottery you need it to be a certain temp, and to make tools you need the kiln to be running at a certain temp. Wood, which is kindling, in the kiln makes it run at a certain temperature, which is used to make clay. And then I'll show you later the second stage, which will make it run hotter for steel tool usage. Use tongs. and then adobe over it, and I left clay bowl because I'm lagging like hell. So we have the adobe over it, and we take it off. See, this is filled with charcoal now, which is why we put the adobe over it. Charcoal, when it's running, is a lot hotter than if you had used wood, but we need bellows for steel tool making. So you need another tong, and you need, what's it called? A water pouch, which you get. So you have a needle and thread on cut rabbit fur, which you put on the tongs. And then you need this little nozzle we made earlier. We put that on there. So we're going to make steel now. So to take charcoal out, you need a basket. There you go. And you put it back in like that. Now to make steel, you need charcoal in bowls that we just made. And we'll have the plates there because we put the plates over it later. Okay, let's see. So, we light. Okay, and now we wait because it's hot forged steel. So this is how you make steel. Now if you're in Eve camp, there's 3 tools that you make first, always. And no, a lot of people think, oh, a hoe is something you need right away. No, 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 it is not. Let me see. I'll show you quick. Dirt. You do not need a hoe right away. If you're making a hoe right away, there's a problem. You should only be making an axe and a shovel first. Because you can use this, a skewer, which is a cut sapling. You can use this like a hoe. So you shouldn't be making a hoe first. The tools that you need first are hammer, axe, and shovel. Hammer, steel, use a rock. Axe. Shovel. You add it to a long straight shaft and you have an axe. And you add this to a long straight shaft as well to make a shovel. And why you need a shovel, I'll show you real quick again. This is why you need a shovel. Full stack of rocks, and you have a well. Whereas you can just use the skewers